I want to make these videos short, I get an interruption. And of course, because I'm using my phone, I wish it would just pause and not freaking just stop, and then I have to start a new video. I know you guys don't feel like clicking one video and then clicking the other one, because I sure don't. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, Issa ends up finding out that both jobs are near each other, so she's assuming, okay, I guess it's the connection she went to. This is his bank, and she obviously flirted with him from there, whatever. So she's in the car being a stalker, just looking at the picture. So I guess she was in the mindset of either, should I go in there or whatever? I don't know what she was thinking. It's one of those things like you like halfway want to go through with a plan, but not actually want to go through with the plan. So while she's there being distracted, all of a sudden she hears voices, and the Tasha girl ends up walking behind her with another girl. And so she pulled the lever for the door for the chair and just went like all the way back so the girl doesn't see her. But it's like, even if she sees you, like, she doesn't know what she look like, which I thought Issa and her knew each other, but they didn't. So yeah, they actually wanted to see where she was imagining before that even happened. The scene actually showed her leaving the car and going into the bank and like going into the line and saying, oh, I want to put a deposit, whatever. And she was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then she just punched the crap out of her and was saying, yeah, boy, like whatever little ratchet crap she was saying, whatever. But of course it was her imagination, because we know Issa has a huge imagination. So the scene went back to her being in the car and doing her little, hiding in the seat thing. So it never went down. She never went over there. But yeah, she never went over there. And as for, like I said, and while she was there, Molly actually Molly was at a complex or whatever, and ran into Lawrence. Lawrence was walking around. I thought it was at the same, like they were near the job. I guess he was going to his apartment. So she found out they had an apartment. Yeah, because the friends at the museum told Issa and Molly to update that he had an apartment. But you wouldn't think at first that Molly was there as part of a plan, and it wasn't planned, because Issa told her to just happen to be over there grabbing drinks or whatever. So Molly's like, oh, I didn't know he was here. She played it up good, because I didn't even know this was fake. Like, she purposely supposed to be over there to run into him, because Issa's not getting any word from him. So best friends do what best friends do. Showed up there, and they started talking or whatever, and he was saying, yeah, I just moved here, and it was going to end it there. And Lawrence ends up walking away, but she ends up calling after him and saying, how are you really doing? So, they start talking a little bit. She's like, do you hate her? He was like, no. Do you want to be back with her? Do you want to work it out? Whatever. He just looked at her. So the scene stopped from there, and then they end up showing Molly calling Issa while she's still in the car, saying, yeah, I ran into him, whatever. He almost saw me a couple times, but, I worked it out. We talked. Yeah, he doesn't want you back, whatever. She's like, you want me to come over and we could chill and talk about it? She's like, no, I'm good. So that's over. And they actually saw Issa later at home, and kind of debating. She's going to the bathroom, looking at the girl pushing. She's going to the room, and before bed, she goes back on the apps that she was talking to people on, like the dating apps, or whatever. And somebody was texting her, and the guy just said, I think his last text was like where you from or whatever, and she ends up saying, wanna fuck? Like, girl, you don't have. Like, every girl goes through a different aftermath of a breakup. I mean, she could have just moved on and just still, but I guess she wanted to get it out. If he could come fuck me and it says over, or fine, let me get my fuck on too, I guess. So we see in the preview of the next episode how she wanted to do start a whole life, HOE life. Oh God, he said. Okay, yeah, Molly's at her therapist, telling the therapist about the check and everything like that, and maybe I'll figure a way to work it out or whatever, because I think that I'm the best lawyer that they have. I stayed late or whatever, but yeah, I'm not making what the guy was making. She said, well, I'll just figure out a plan to make it work. And the therapist put out a good point, saying, you do that a lot. You say should, and she starts, backtracking different things that Molly has said in previous sessions, and she says should a lot, like it should be this way or it should be that way. And she explained to her, she was like, well, maybe, do you feel maybe you're too much in your head as far as what the proposed plan is supposed to be, and when it doesn't work out, you don't look at the reality? And she's like, well, I don't think, if I have goals, anything wrong with having goals. It's like, no, it's great to have goals or whatever. But being that you're a black woman and we already have enough stresses in our lives, being black women and our goals and things that we try to gain in our lives, whatever. But if certain things don't work out, you should mentally prepare yourself and put yourself in a situation where this is what it is right now, you know? Which I feel like if someone has a dream, I don't think it should be like, oh, because it didn't work out, she can't try something else. Why does it? Yeah, I feel like the therapist is basically telling her to settle. Sometimes you have to just settle in your situation, even if she wants to change it and make it better for herself, whatever. Sometimes you don't want to settle. If you feel you're worth it, and you don't have to, you shouldn't have to settle. You make a plan, you focus on it, and it's a dream, and you want to go for it, you go for it. Yeah, sometimes you might try a million times, you're just not getting to where you want to get. I mean, does it mean you automatically should give up? Most people do give up. They settle and just say, you know what, this is my situation, I'm just going to be happy in my situation. Or whatever. I'm kind of going through that. Like, there's so many things I want to do, but I constantly get hurdles, constantly get curveballs or whatever. And it's like, I'm always back and forth in my mind. I've got inner turmoil of like, should I just deal with what my life is right now? Is it over? Like, I should have been this way, that person, whatever. My life is going this way. Should I just follow this route? Like, you don't know. Like, it's an internal struggle. Like, if I just keep going, or just deal with my situation, be accepted. And do we want to accept an idea or a proposed lifestyle that's not how we imagined it? And we just keep on going for it, trying to change it. And then when it doesn't work out, if it keeps not working out, she would say, fuck it. I think that's what she was trying to tell her. To like, not, she didn't use those words, fuck it, but I feel like that message was kind of like, fuck it, telling her to say fuck it, just settle within the situation. You're getting paid less money, oh well, but you're still getting paid. Like, I mean, that's probably not what she was trying to convey. I took it like that. She could also been just saying, you know, it's not that I'm telling you to give up, I'm just saying, like, you know, just be more realistic, and at least you're getting, like, look at the brighter side of it. And just not in those words, I guess. It depends. You know, y'all can leave your comments and see what kind of, and let me know how y'all felt with the message she was giving. I feel like she was kind of telling her to settle. Maybe half and half, telling her to settle and to like, oh, just look at the bright side, at least you're getting paid money. Like, you don't have to like, oh, do this. But of course, you know, Molly had her own proposed plan. She heard what the therapist said, but she did her own thing. She found out the bosses are like hockey or whatever, so she decided to start going to the hockey games. You know, she'll know about hockey, but basically kissing ass, trying to see how these guys make the more money, and obviously these guys like to get together and whatever, and it's obviously favoritism, and she wants to get some of that favoritism too. So she went to the hockey game or whatever. She was doing good, having a conversation with the boss, but the next day when we went back to the workplace, the boss was there talking with another guy. So Molly kind of jumps in the conversation and kind of says like a little remark related to the hockey game. And they both had no idea what she was talking about, but he's like, yeah, you know, he said, but I felt like he was kind of condescending a little bit. Like, she's trying, but you know, he was just like really not paying her no mind. This is my work buddy, this is a female, whatever, she don't know what we're talking about. Like, I don't know. It wasn't coming off as natural as she hoped or whatever. Yeah, so yes, I think I hit it up. If I left anything out, you can put at the bottom. Any comments? I really would like to hear people's feedback on the therapist, what the therapist said, to be honest. All right, over and out. Be back for episode 3. If you haven't checked my first review, check it out. Support. You don't have to subscribe, but definitely like and put your comments, because I like to discuss my favorite show. Okay, peace out.